We are rehashing something that really angered the royal family at the time.
Of course, that controversial interview with Oprah threw up.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a really juicy topic that's been causing a lot of buzz. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have sparked some serious controversy yet again, but this time, it's about their safety concerns. You won't believe where they're headed next and how it totally contradicts what they've said in the past. We're talking about their upcoming trip to Colombia, but here's the twist. They've raised major security concerns about returning to the UK. So, why the sudden change? Is it hypocrisy or just a complicated situation? Let's dive in. Colombia has been listed as a level 3 security risk, which includes warnings about terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping.
So much. There was one very famous TV presenter who actually lost their job, as we both well know.
And when she told the Cut magazine that she never signed a non-disclosure agreement, those are kind of terrifying statements if you're a member of the royal family. Or we are hearing a little bit about Meghan Markle's health again. Meghan turned 43 on Sunday, but all eyes were on her and Prince Harry's latest joint interview. They sat down with CBS to discuss the Parents Network program. Now, this is a free support service for parents in the US, UK, and Canada dealing with social media's impact on children. The pair shared their own worries for their children and stressed how important online safety is. Meghan reiterated her own battles with online bullying and mental health. She said she hoped that opening up might help others going through the same thing. I'm sure there were the best intentions here, but there has been a lot of pushback when it comes to this interview here in the States. I saw one major boutique here in LA that is always at war with Chrissy Teigen post that interview with Meghan and then say, Meghan talking about online bullying, here's Chrissy Teigen, and they went into Chrissy Teigen going after a 16-year-old girl years ago. I mean, should the focus be on the families that have lost children? Should the focus be on the children versus Meghan going back into the story we had originally heard on Oprah?
So what gives? Why is a place with such a high security risk suddenly considered safe for the Sussexes? Now let's take a moment to talk about the obvious contradiction here. Harry and Meghan have been so vocal about their security fears in the UK, but now they're planning a visit to Colombia despite all the warnings. Is this really a safe decision, or are they simply making a statement? By claiming the UK is too dangerous, they're sending a message that they don't trust the security in their own home country, but then they're taking on a high-risk destination like Colombia. Some might say that's hypocritical, and there's definitely a lot of debate around this.
Is this the right strategy for Harry and Meghan to launch this program that actually could be incredibly beneficial to the world?
Well, listen, the whole issue of mental health is something that Meghan has been passionate about for a long time. I mean, certainly before her days as a member of the royal family. Of course, that controversial interview with Oprah threw up so much. There was one very famous TV presenter who actually lost their job, as we both well know, over questioning, Meghan's mental health and the claims that she was making about her mental health. This is her opportunity to speak about her experience of mental health, and this is, and I think she says, doesn't she? She'll take, if she gets knocked about this, she'll take the hit. She'll take the hit because she thinks it's very, very important that she is talking about something that is considered a stigma. And I have to say, Kinsey, that I feel that anyone with a public platform like that is able to sort of raise awareness about mental health is ultimately doing something good. I think sort of when it comes down to that Oprah interview, of course, all the controversy over that, the racism row, the mental health claims that Meghan mentioned, all seem to come back in a rather ugly way. So I think she takes a risk in doing it, but she recognises that, and she says she's willing to take the brickbats that are going to come with it. I think in terms of this cause that they're pushing, in terms of raising awareness about online safety and protecting children in today's world when it comes to online safety, is is a hugely important subject, and one that absolutely needs awareness raised around it. It's something that Prince William is hugely involved with over here. Harry's also involved because he gets involved with tech giants in a different way. And I think when you consider the platforms that they've got and the profiles and the access, they're actually really powerful advocates for better online safety for children. And I think it doesn't matter what you think of Meghan Markle, whether you're a fan or not, the safety of our children online is hugely important in the world that we live in.
You did make the comment just now, though, that they did risk jeopardizing their relationship with the family a little bit. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but do you think that when they made those comments, they realized, okay, with every article that comes up about this, there's going to be chunks of comments from the Oprah Winfrey interview. We are rehashing something that...
But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. So why Colombia? The Sussexes have been invited to a high-profile event in Colombia, which aims to address violence against children globally. They're clearly aiming to make a global impact, and who can blame them for wanting to shine a light on such an important cause? But at what cost? Are they risking their safety for the sake of visibility and pushing their own agenda on the world stage? It's something we'll explore further, so let's talk about the consequences of all of this. For one, this decision will definitely make headlines. While it could boost their visibility as global advocates for children's rights, it also opens them up to more criticism. After all, how many times have we heard them claim they need to stay away from dangerous places for their own safety?
That really angered the royal family at the time. Do you think that she realized that she could be creating more of a distance with some of these comments that immediately the press were going to take and link with prior statements that she'd made?
Well, listen, Meghan is certainly not stupid. She's an incredibly intelligent woman, and I think she knows that every comment that she makes is going to be dissected and analysed and is going to generate headlines. I mean, she was slightly provocative, Kinsey, I think, in terms of when she's talking about her own experience. She sort of said she'd barely scratched the surface. I mean, that sort of, I'm not saying it was a threat, but it sort of felt quite sort of threatening, I suppose, a little ominous, in that, the suggestion being, gosh, there's so much more I could say that I haven't yet. Well, is that the plan? Is that going to be the intention, to put more information out about that period of time? We don't know is the answer. But of course, every time that subject of her emotional and mental well-being when she was part of the royal family is revisited, she obviously feels that she was hard done by, that she wasn't heard, that only one side of the story has been out there. And it all seems to suggest that she's still got more she wants to say. And I think that is probably concerning for the royal family. But, as much as it's concerning, it's also not going to do anything to help those already strained familial relationships. And I think this is part of the problem in terms of Meghan's relationship with the royal family and the wider royal family, is that there has just been such a breakdown of trust, and there is a genuine nervousness about what else she may want to say. And when she says things like, well, I've only scratched the surface, it suggests, I think, that she may well be planning to tell more of her story.
Also, when she said in the Cut interview that she discovered her journals at Frogmore Cottage and she'd forgotten that she had documented things, and when she told the Cut magazine that she never signed a non-disclosure agreement, those are kind of terrifying statements if you're a member of the royal family, or if you're in charge of controlling the royals' communication department. I imagine you're looking at this going, oh no, what's on the horizon?
What's next? Yeah, I think you're right. Nervousness, probably. I think it just triggers a sense of nervousness.
I just wanted to say, Katie and I want to make sure that if you are feeling emotionally distressed or suicidal,
this contradiction could lead to even more public scrutiny. Are they really as concerned for their own safety as they claim, or is this all just for the publicity? Some people are even suggesting that this trip is a way for them to maintain their place in the spotlight. We'll let you decide. And of course, let's talk about the impact this has on their relationship with the royal family. Remember, Harry and Meghan have already had a strained relationship with the monarchy, especially after their explosive interview with Oprah. Each time they make a public statement about their safety or royal duties, it causes more tension.
please call Samaritans for help at 116-123 if you are in the UK, or you can email joe@samaritans.org. In the United States, you can call Samaritans at 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-TALK. Really quickly, before we close up, I wanted to touch base with you about the Colombia tour. This is probably one of the most shocking new developments when it comes to the Sussex's story over the last few weeks for me, because Prince Harry and Meghan have announced that they are looking forward to a trip to Colombia. Now, this is one of the world's most dangerous countries, and we spoke recently about Prince Harry's sit down with ITV, where he said, I don't feel comfortable bringing my wife back to the UK over security issues. This trip, scheduled before the first global ministerial conference on ending violence against children in November, will proceed despite travel alerts from the UK and the US governments over terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping risks. The US has rated Colombia at a level 3 security risk, heightening concerns about the Duke and Duchess's safety. The decision to go has sparked a major debate. I know you've probably seen some of it on TV, some of it online, especially given Prince Harry's ongoing security battle in the UK. This is a head scratcher to me. I sit back and I think, you say one thing, you do another. Is this not contradictory to your statements that you recently made about your wife's safety?
Revisiting these sensitive topics, especially about mental health and racism, only seems to push them further apart from their family. And now, with this latest trip to Colombia, the question remains, are they risking even more damage to their relationship with the royals, just for international visibility? So what do you think? Is this trip to Colombia a hypocritical move by Harry and Meghan, or are they genuinely using their platform for good? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a juicy update on the Sussexes and everything royal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.